Okay, next step is the sear axle. The sear axle is this pin right, come on, focus. Sorry about that, this is autofocus. Right here. And on the corresponding side, on the right side of the frames, you can see it right here. And when they say to clean it, they say make sure that your sear axle is not protruding out the right side of the frames. That's what they mean. They want this to be flush. Okay, so we drive the sear axle from the left out the right side. Now there are some things that are put under compression here with a little spring. So I'm going to take the punch and just push straight through, all the way through. Sometimes you have to push down on either the hammer or the trigger bar to get everything to line up for you really nice and even. Okay, now the sear axle is out. We're going to put that off to the side. I do apologize for the autofocus. It's just a little webcam I'm using. Okay, now let that focus in. We have a detent plate, which is this gray piece of metal that once we pull this out, it's going to kind of push out on its own. So put your finger over it, pull it out, remove the detent plate. That'll want to push out on its own. The detent plate, that is, we're not going to use that again. So just put it in your little parts bin or whatever if you want to take it back to a V1. So put it over here. Okay, the next step, what I'm going to do is, now that I've removed this sear axle, I'm going to go in order and start removing components out of this section here. The lighting is not real great on this video, I apologize, but I'll just tell you what I'm doing along the way. Start on the right side, pull out that component, it's called the disconnector. Your next component, actually components, will be the catch and the sear actuator. That is the catch, that's the sear actuator. The sear actuator has a little nub on it where it fits on the catch. Okay, we're going to use all these again. Actually, we're going to use the, I apologize, we're going to use the disconnector, the catch, and sear actuator. We're not going to use the sear complete, we have a new one. And you can reach in there and pop the sear complete out. If you're not able to get a good grasp on it, you can take your dental pick, just be very careful not to scratch or mar anything, but actually the hole where the sear axle went through, if you can see in there or not, and I just pull straight up and out comes the sear complete. Sometimes easier said than done. There we go. Sear complete is out. We're not using the sear complete, put it off to the side. At the same time, you saw the hammer strut fall out. So put those off to the side, we're going to use those later. Okay, and now we have the hammer axle is next. So what we need to do is, this is the trigger bar. I see it on this side. Push down on it, straight down, and rotate the safety lever up to 12 o'clock position and pull the safety lever out. What you're going to need to do before you can pull it all the way out, I did almost skip a step, is there is a small slide plate right in this little opening, and if you see this silver piece here, it's behind that piece, it's aligned just like this, and it keeps the safety lever from being pulled all the way out. I just stick my 2.5 millimeter punch straight down there, put a little bit of downward pressure on it, and that's going to release to get the safety lever out all the way. Almost skipped that part. Safety lever, don't need it, put it in your parts bin. Now when I release this, I'm going to just turn it upside down, and you'll be able to see I'm talking about. This is number 37 on the exploded view. It's a slide plate. There's also a spring that goes on this. When you turn it upside down, if the spring doesn't come out, then what you need to do is take your 2.5mm punch, stick it in there, and it will come out. Stick these in your parts bin. You no longer need these. Other piece of the safety lever is actually called, it's number 24, called the hammer axle. We're going to push it out as well. I still just use the 2.5mm punch, get it in there, and just push right out the right side. Don't need that any longer. Okay. Sorry about this focus, guys. And the stock hammer. No longer need that.